This is Wicked Rhody, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hello and welcome. My name's Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We are well into the thick of October, where all the fall festivities are just abounding.
They truly are. I mean, we talked about last week being jam-packed. This week as well. Completely jam-packed with events.
Pretty much just cancel whatever you've got planned, folks, from now until Christmas, and just go with us as your planner. We'll get you to all the great events that are happening out and about this weekend. We both had quite a busy weekend. I had a busy weekend in state. You were down there at the old New York Comic-Con.
Yes, New York Comic-Con. Man, let me tell you, it was one of the biggest events I've ever been to, if not the biggest event that I've ever been to in my life. People from all walks of life, all different fandoms, and all happy. Often when I go to New York, people are quite cranky. You know, they're just busy doing their own thing, walking, keeping their eyes on their phone or on the ground. And people at Comic-Cons, man, they are just so joyful to be around other like-minded people. So it was awesome. All the different costumes, all the different panels and discussions. But yeah, a different experience for sure.
Now, you came back with enough time to do some photos with the family.
I did.
And I saw a covered bridge. I did not know Rhode Island had a covered bridge anywhere, other than we don't even really have a tunnel.
No, we have very few, tunnels. You're right. Like there's a tunnels like in Providence on College Hill. But New England is traditionally known, like there's lots of pictures of just in general for New England to have covered bridges. Well, Rhode Island used to have several of them, and they all came down except one, and it's the Swamp Meadow Bridge in Foster. It's absolutely beautiful. If you wanted to check it out, this time of year is the time to go because all of the leaves are beautiful. Anywhere you're driving around in Foster is absolutely stunning. There's plenty of orchards to check out if you want to do some apple picking. And there's actually going to be a fall foliage 5K and 10K run walk, whichever you like, dog friendly, stroller friendly, taking place in Foster. And if you do the 10K, you get to run over this bridge, the Swamp Meadow Bridge. But if you don't want to run a 10K, you can go. It's a dirt road. It's not really that frequently driven on. So yeah, we just went and took some pictures with my iPhone. And I got to tell you, I am so happy that we were able to do this. I've been searching for this bridge for years now, just because I haven't really made the trek to Foster to go take it. But I've been seeing these pictures, and it is the one and only covered bridge in Rhode Island. So it's like on the bucket list to do as a Rhode Islander.
Now, coming up this weekend is, you've mentioned that it's homecoming weekend. I always thought homecoming weekend was November, like around that time frame. But I guess that's more for the high schools because of Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. This is the homecoming weekend for
URI.
Your alma mater there, URI. So this is that's just going to be a jamming area because they've got a ton of events and, funtivities to commemorate, no?
Yeah. And that's why I wanted to make sure he brought it up, because I agree with you. I often think of homecoming time being in November, and URI has theirs a little bit early. And so the whole weekend they have different speakers and activities, fun things for all alumni, for families. Of course, a great football game. They're going to be playing against Maine this weekend with the marching band playing nice and strong. So this might be the first time I take my son to a football game. I'm thinking as long as Hurricane Michael doesn't rain on our parade, I'm hoping to bring him down to our homecoming. But yeah, I wanted to make sure everyone knew about that because I agree with you, Ben. You think of homecomings in November, and URI does a little earlier.
Yeah, the football games, URI, from what I understand, has been. I mean, they steamrolled Brown University last weekend.
They did. I wasn't here, so I didn't get to find out. Oh, that makes me so proud.
Yes, I believe they. I think it was quite the routing. If I understand the news reports correctly, I was at Brown University the day after with the Ronald McDonald House Women's Walk and Run. Actually, it's a women's only 5K race. Mm-hmm. It was fantastic. They had great turnout. Wonderful people down there. So shout out to all the people down there who came out and supported the Ronald McDonald House. Over $50,000 raised in one weekend for the house, which is fantastic. And they got some big news coming down the pipe as far as how they're growing their reach. But, we've both been close to the Ronald McDonald House. My wife, when she was young, her family stayed there when she was dealing with some health issues when she was, a child. So it's a wonderful, not the one in Providence, the up in New York, but it's a wonderful organization. So we had a lot of fun doing that. But don't worry, folks. We have events for you. Lots of events. So if you tuned in while you're on the road, getting work done or just getting errands done, sit back, listen, enjoy the episode. If you hear something that piques your interest, we'll have all the links and info for you in the show notes, which you can find right on the website, wickedroadypodcast.com. The Wicked Fun.
The Wicked Interesting.
Wicked Interesting is also wicked fun.
Oh, it is. It is.
It's the Harvest to Table Fair over at Coggeshall Farm in Bristol. This is happening on Sunday.
Ooh.
From 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, you've been to the Coggeshall Farm, right?
Oh, yes, I have. I go for their maple syrup tapping experience.
Well, they're pleased to announce this new take on a time-honored tradition. The newly branded Harvest to Table Fair celebrates what makes Coggeshall's 45th annual Harvest Fair special while bringing awareness to local food producers and restaurants. This year, Mary, get that bell ready because admission is free!
Woohoo!
So while you're exploring the offerings of artists and vendors, from across the state, visitors from all ages will be able to try their hand at 18th century games and crafts. Yes, folks, this is one place you can take your child and not have to hear about Fortnite. Well, they might whine about Fortnite because it's not there, but they'll be singing and dancing to some live music. They'll be visiting the heirloom sheep or a hayride through the pasture. In addition, the Coggeshall's own Johnny Cake's delectable dishes will be provided by the 2018 Harvest to Table food vendors, including DeWolf Tavern, Bywater, Chomp, Dell's. People don't realize, Dell's has to get their products from somewhere. Might as well get it local. Le Central, or Le Central. The Statesman Tavern, Blount Fine Foods, and the Beehive Pantry. They got a lot of great sponsors, including Bank Newport. It's going to be a wonderful event. Like I said, it's happening on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is family friendly. This is wicked fun. This is going to be an awesome time. Folks, if you want to go, get there early. It takes place from 11 to 4 p.m. right there. Coggeshall Farm. It's right in Bristol. Not that far. You might be better off getting there by boat. But, if you don't have that option, take the drive through Warren or Portsmouth to come over the bridge. And
it's peak foliage season. It's a great time for a drive.
It really is. It really is. And it's starting to come in nice and pretty. So that's our wicked interesting pick of the week, ladies and gentlemen. And now, here is the wicked fun in the 401.
So here's an event that I have lined up for you that I wouldn't really say is family friendly. You could take the family to the harvest event. You can go to Coggeshall Farm with them, but on Saturday night, October 13th, you're going to want to head down to Snow Street in Providence because the Dark Lady and Alley Cat are putting on the Zombie Block Party. All of Snow Street. It's going to be decked out. It's going to be a wonderful, fun Halloween party. Adults, of course, this is just for adults. The best zombie costumes are actually going to be awarded some prizes. There's going to be first place. You're going to get a monetary prize of $666. And second place is going to be Comic-Con tickets. So there's going to be a burlesque performances, but see what I'm going there? Special guest performances by our friends, the Extraordinary Rendition Band. They're going to be there, but they're actually going to be the Extraordinary Zombie Band for this block party. Midnight shows, tons of fun things. This is doors open are going to be, 7 p.m. and the party is going to go until 3 a.m. This is a party.
What?
This is the zombie party. So, of course, 21 plus.
Well, I guess that's when the zombies usually come out and party, right? It is in the middle of the night. That's what I've heard. That's a time of preference for their operations.
That's it, man. So just a fun event. If you yourself like to dress up for Halloween and you want to get more use out of those costumes, just to go and have fun and dance at this really great block party. Go dance down on Snow Street.
Awesome. opening up this weekend. It's Many Sides to the Reaper. Now, this is not just this weekend. It's this weekend and the next 2 weekends. And actually, believe it or not, after that, in the first weekend of November, they'll be in Westerly. But before that, from the 11th to the 13th, 18th to 20th, and 25th to 27th, they will be at Theater 82, which is on 82 Rolfe Square in Cranston. Nick Albanese, who was the gentleman who brought us the play The Last Sicilian. He's a Rhode Islander through and through. His family owned a bakery for a number of years. He's got a wonderful story. He actually took The Last Sicilian play to New York City. And Armin Garo, who is a former East Providence police officer, and now he lives in New York City, does acting full-time. He's been in a bunch of movies, produced the show for him down in New York City. Well, Nick has another play, Many Sides to the Reaper. It's a mafia play.
Nice.
Well, fantastic. We love those. It's going to be great. It's over there at Theater 82. That's a wonderful venue. And, it's put on by Nick's company, which is, Last Sicilian Productions. And just to give you an idea, it's set in the 1980s in Brooklyn. The story of Sal Scarbella, who is played by Nick Albanese, is told through a series of vignettes. You'll see Sal's family life as a loving husband and a caring father. His wife, Christina, is there, his daughter, Bianca. And as the story unfolds, you find out that Sal has another side to his life.
Ooh, really?
He's a feared mafioso, hitman, and the leader of his own crew. So this is something. Look, in southern New England and Rhode Island, we love these stories. It's the whole reason why the first season of Crime Town, was so big, because Tommy DiNucci has that the Vault movie, which I've been following him on Instagram. His movie is like they're in the final stages of putting this thing together, which has been great. I believe he's been working with your old buddy Chad over there at Productions. They've done a ton of things together. It's fun to check that out. But they've got 9 dates between now and October 27th, and then, like I said, they'll be going down to Westerly. So don't worry, you folks in the South County. Will remind you of that as it comes closer. But it's Many Sides to the Reaper. You want to go on the website. You want to follow the link through ours so you can get your tickets. Because seating is limited, but it's going to be an excellent play. I've been seeing some of the videos and the promos coming out. It's going to be wonderful. Many Sides to the Reaper. What do you got coming up as well, Mary?
Saturday afternoon from, doors are going to be opening at 4. You're going to want to head to the Cranston Stadium. So my neck of the woods, the Thunderbolt Marching Band Invitational is happening Saturday from 4 to 7:30. Now, this is hosted, of course, by the Cranston East Alumni Music Association. So this is for whether you're alumni of Cranston East, music lovers, if you just like good old marching band, it's that time of year where they're going to be having 8 of New England's best high school marching bands, including Cranston East, Portsmouth, Dartmouth, Dennis Yarmouth, Mansfield, Somerset Berkeley, Bishop Fian, and Oliver Ames High School. The Thunderbolts are going to be performing their 2018 field show, Urban Pulse. There's going to be music, food, a 50-50 raffle. Now, adult tickets are $10. Students and seniors are $8, and kids under 5 get to come in for free. So I've been to this event before. It is really fun. If you want to think nostalgic Americana fall activities, you often think about football, and with football, you sometimes get those great marching bands. And that's why this invitational is awesome, because it really highlights all the work and the musicianship that these high school students put into all this work. So I'm really pumped. I mean, I'm going to be taking my 5-year-old to it. It's an early show Saturday. Doors open at 4. Get yourself some popcorn, a couple little drinks, and you'll be done by 7:30.
That's awesome. Now all these bands they perform. This is a big thing. I follow some marching bands like Flow Marching, and there's these organizations that come in, and man, they do amazing things. This is perfect for your little guy, because
right?
if he's into music, he already shows some significant interest, obviously, because his mother is wicked into it. But this is great to show them what the options are when it comes to this stuff. Hey, if you are looking for something fun to do with the family, Shrek the Musical is coming up to the Stadium Theater in Woonsocket.
Nice.
Now, it's this weekend only, the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th, Friday and Saturday night at 7:30 p.m., Sunday at 2 p.m., you know, the musical, the show, the movie. I guess it's not a show, it's a movie, but this is a show. You'll follow the adventures of Shrek, Donkey, Princess Fiona, Lord Farquaad, and everybody's favorite fairy tale creatures based on the Oscar-winning DreamWorks animated film. It's stadium theater, so you know they do a wonderful job putting it all together. You want to get tickets for this in advance, head on up there. It truly is. It's a great thing to do with your family, because you know you've been to the stadium.
It's stunning.
If they're excited about Shrek, if they're old enough, this is going to be all singing, all dancing, musical comedy, well worth it. And I mean, it's got many layers to it, like an ogre,
like an onion,
like an onion, like an ogre. So check that out this weekend at the Stadium Theater.
So, Ben, I hear that you have the idea of people checking out Shrek, but also you have a wicked romantic pick to the week.
I do, and listen, it's a few weeks in advance. This is going to take some planning, because you know what? Sometimes the spark happens naturally, ladies and gentlemen, but sometimes you got to plan these things out. So, hello, Bolus, come to your senses. It will be taking place. It's a part of First Works. Our friends over there at First Works, they have these wonderful shows that come in, and you know, if this is something that's going to be at the Vets on Friday, October 26th. We want to give you enough warning about it, because this is really a unique and intense show. These are the icons of movement and magic. They're returning to First Works. It's part of the whole 15th season with Pilabolas. And it's a mind-blowing troupe of wildly creative and physically daring dancers who leap, fly, intertwine, and break all the rules. That's why I'm fans of them. They literally break all the rules, and I think they're sponsored by Speedo. Prepare to be amazed as they test the limits of the human physicality by exploring the beauty and power of connected bodies. They continue to amuse, innovate, and engage. They're very, very, forward-thinking. It's very, it's really one of those. You watch these dancers perform, and you think, my God, these people, like, they look like those Olympic Greek gods.
Yes.
They're not an ounce of body fat on them. Mm-hmm. Although, listen, they have dancers of all shapes and sizes, but you get this really like this feeling of it just go online. You'll get what I mean.
Just do a Google image search. You'll see exactly.
And you, when you see, like, oh yeah, Ben was right. It is tough to describe. So it's something. It's music and movement. It's part Fellini-esque carnival, part lyrical exploration, and it includes the Rhode Island premiere of Branches, a new work celebrating natural world commissioned by Jacobs Pillow. So for those who are into art and love supporting great shows and great organizations like First Works. Now, these guys are coming in to perform, the Pelabolos people, mm-hmm. but First Works is a local organization that does wonderful things for the artist community here in Rhode Island, really reaches into the inner city. It's truly something special. It's quite electrifying.
Ooh,
as thank you. It's kind of like Grease Lightning without the hair. So a little bit of body. Okay, we'll stop there. But check that out. That is coming actually on October 26th. So get your tickets now. Mary, you got some wicked family-friendly listings. We talked about this last week. Corn mazes. They're all the rage.
All the
rage. Before you cut down those corn stalks, farmers, let kids run through it, potentially get lost, call 911, freak out, and scare the kids from eating their vegetables. Where can we do this?
Oh my gosh. And of course, there are so many locations all around the state, but we wanted to highlight some different ones. So depending upon where you live, or if you yourself are having a fall foliage drive and you just want to go out and stretch your legs, you could do that. So Confrida Farms is going to be having their huge maze. It's always an interactive maze, lots of different activities with within it as well. In Westerly, Manfredi Farms, they're having an incredible fall experience as well. Escobar's Farm, I mean, Ben, you and I both, we were like, of course Escobar's Farm has to be on this list.
It's right up the road from my own family's farm. My family doesn't do the corn maze thing just because of its location where they are. It's just really it's not set up. But Escobar's is kind of like the place we send people to because they've got the parking, they've got all the amenities there, they've got the bridge so that the helpers who know the maze like the back of their hands. Literally, they draw it on the back of their hands. Might be a sanitary issue.
Might be. If you're saying the Richmond area, the Charahoe area, Spring Hill Sugar House, they are going to be having a corn maze. Johnston's Salisbury Farms has one. Clark Farms in Matunic, Morris Farm in Warwick, and the Farmer's Daughter down in South County, right near URI. It's going to be a busy road this weekend because of URI's homecoming, but there are several locations just for you. So know that if you're in the mood for a corn maze, if you want to get out, especially after the rain, thanks to Hurricane Michael coming and sprinkling our state. If you need to get on out, there are plenty of mazes for you, for your family. Yeah, and hopefully you don't lose your kids. That would be
good luck. The wicked tasty theme music. We love to hear that. And as if you haven't had enough seafood this summer, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Bowens Wharf 28th Annual Seafood Festival.
Ooh.
Oh, Mary, start fasting now so you can fill your stomach with all the delicious delectables that are the actual Bowens Wharf Seafood Festival. Of course, you know, Bowens Wharf right down there in Newport. Mm-hmm. They have cast the net. And they have brought in 20 vendors, actually over 20 vendors from all over Rhode Island. Yeah, this is awesome. It's 13th and 14th, which is Saturday and Sunday. It is named one of the top 10 fabulous fall festivals on the coast by Coastal Living magazine.
Oh, how fancy.
We love Rhode Island Monthly. And Rhode Island Monthly, you know, always is bringing us this stuff. But when Coastal Living, because, you know, they cover the entire coast, not just the Rhode Island coast, like the world coast. This event is open invitation to come back to the waterfront and greet autumn in New England. Now, this is why I love this one, Mary. We talk about this all the time. Mm-hmm. From Memorial Day to Labor Day, how often do I like to go down to Newport?
You don't really go there at all.
This year.
No, I mean like during the time, yeah.
0.0 times I went to Newport this year.
Good for you.
I went to Middletown. And right before we crossed over that Newport line, I said, no, not going to do it. I will go there. Let all the tourists take over. I will be back in October when I can get my fill of the harvest of the sea, including fish tacos, lobster rolls, fried calamari, signature cocktails. They'll have cold beer. They'll have live music, family fun, all beneath the wharf's colorful tents. Neighboring restaurants, fishermen's associations will be serving up their celebrated seafood dishes, you know, lobster dishes, clam chowder, stuffed quahogs, stuffies as we call them, clam cakes, shrimp, scallops, raw oysters, clams. And listen, they'll have a few dishes for the kids as well, for the kids that just can't shake the chicken fingers or the grilled cheese. They'll have all that stuff as well. They'll have plenty of fresh juices, soft drinks, desserts, kettle corn for your sweet tooth.
I mean, I'm hungry now. Exactly. And parking is going to be such a breeze. Unlike you, I did go to Newport a lot this summer. I mean, I needed to do the cliff walk with everybody. Love to go by the mansions and just to stroll. But I'm not going to lie, parking in the summer in Newport does make me want to pull my hair out. So events like this where you can just go and there's going to be ample parking, sign me up. Yeah,
it's well worth it. Go hit that up. It's going to be this weekend, folks. Just go down there. You don't need a special ticket to get in. It's open. You know, you obviously you buy your food and everything all around, but they'll have wonderful music down there. Cheryl Knight, Bill and Dill, cool jazz, soulful R&B with a touch of country. I mean, they'll have CeCe and the Riders as well. The new 40 on Sunday. They'll have the Taladines, Aaron Abramson, Cody, and Panoramic View for a Caribbean feel. And the Copacetics, which are reggae and ska combined, which, they're in the same family. But, folks, this is going to be the place to be. Bowens Wharf, 28th Seafood Festival. Now, just so everybody's aware, starts at Saturday and Sunday at 11 o'clock. On Saturday, it goes till 6 p.m. And on Sunday, they might have to break it down a little early at 5 p.m. So 11 to 6 on Saturday, 11 to 5 on Sunday. Trust me. Plenty of time. Get there early. Eat all you can. And then, maybe just sit in your car for a few hours and take a nap. So plenty of parking. There you go. As we said in the beginning, everything we talked about, and I mean everything we talked about, can be found on the website, wickedrhodypodcast.com.
Check us out online, and remember, if you are taking photos of that gorgeous full foliage right here in the Ocean State, we want to see it, and so do our friends. Use the hashtag WickedRhody to not only let people know about the podcast, but just to check out some other great photos that local Instagrammers are taking.
Absolutely. When you go to these events, folks, if you get a chance, go find somebody who's organizing and say, hey, listen, I want to talk to one of the people in charge and say, hey, just so you know, I heard about this on Wicked Rhody.
Mm-hmm.
So, know your role. You're on Wicked Rhody. Just be aware. Be advised. Tell them. Put them on notice. And for advertising and sponsorship information, email us at wickedrhodypodcast@gmail.com.
Until next time, folks, my name is Mary Larson.
And next time, I'll be the less aggressive Ben DeCastro.
Ooh. Maybe you'll go through a corn maze and work it all out.
Yeah, or I'll get even more frustrated. Get me out of here!
You've been listening to Wicked Rhody. We'll have more for you next Thursday.
Can you bring a drone to these corn mazes and cheat? Just have an overhead view?
Ooh, I like that idea.
There you go. Deploy the drones!